Over 200 years ago, our ancestors laid the foundation of this nation with their sweat and muscle. They carved homes out of the wilderness using natural materials, timber, earth, and stone. Today, you can recreate the romance of our heritage. Discover the unique beauty, extraordinary comfort, and modern convenience of log and timber frame homes that provide you with an uncommon lifestyle. Hi, I'm Paul Donelson. I can connect you with the romantic past of yesteryear to today's lifestyle. The log home behind me and the timber frame homes we'll show you in the home tours today will be something that you can use to achieve your dreams. I hope you enjoy the tour.
Paul Donelson's love of history and architecture led him to find Timberland Design in 1989. His goal was the same then as it is today: to design and build extraordinary homes that reflect our heritage and create an elegant and comfortable lifestyle. As one of the only licensed architects to specialize solely in log and timber frame structures, Jan is America's architect. He captures the charm and allure of the past in contemporary homes built for today's families. His unique vision is seen in the Paul Donelson Signature Series. This line of homes features the rich elegance of log and timber frame, open floor plans, window walls that flood rooms with light, stone accents, and wrought iron appointments to create timeless homes of beauty and distinction. Jan is a distributor of Hearthstone Homes, manufacturer of the highest quality log and timber frame systems. Jan's homes have been featured in the book Log and Timber Frame Homes and in magazines including Timber Frame Homes, Log Home Living, Country's Best Log Homes, and Seasons. Jan is a frequent speaker at home shows and log and timber frame seminars. Now let's meet Paul Donelson, America's architect.
We're standing in front of another one of our featured homes here in southern Missouri. It's about 3,500 square feet. The great room, which you see part of the glass gable, is timber frame, story and a half. Flanking either side is the log extensions from the home. They're hewn logs, and a veranda wraps all the way around, supported by 8x8 timber posts. As we approach the front of the porch, you'll see a big cedar post that gives it a real rustic feel. Also, you'll see the textures that are contrasted between the hewn logs and the stone. And I like to use the stone and the timbered logs together a lot to give it a real contrasting feel. So let's go take a closer look. I wanted to show you a closer look of the timber frame section. It's a central section here with a glass gable. I like to use a lot of glass, a lot of stone, mixed in around the wood. So it gives a real nice effect. As we get ready to go in, I'd like to show you just a few of the details we spoke of. Over here on the corner we have the dovetail corners of the massive logs that you see. It's all out of the heartwood of the tree. We cut off all the bark and all the sapwood down to the heart of the tree, which is naturally insect resistant and decay resistant. What I'm leaning up against is the big cedar post I talked about. It gives a real natural feel to the house, the structure. I like to introduce that as much as I can, just because it's a nice detail. So let's go on inside and we'll meet the owners.
Come on in.
Well, thank you.
Long time no see.
Yeah. This is Ken and Joe Pottinger. They're gracious enough to allow us to tour their home. We are standing in the foyer. It's actually the transitionary point of the house. Behind me is the master bedroom. To my left here is a stairway that goes down to a finished lower level. A window wall here that opens to the screen porch and the deck beyond. And in front of me is the living quarters, which houses a timber frame. We are here in the kitchen, and on my left side here is a breakfast window that they have a seating arrangement and tables. On the outside it was stone, but forming the roof is the log rafters. Goes out to a gable end that has glass in it. On my right side here is a storage area that has the pantries, shelving for the cookbooks. It's on the back side of the fireplace mass. We're here in the dining room just off the kitchen. What I like about the dining room, it's actually my favorite spot in the whole house. We have a library here and a fireplace with log rafters overhead. It's a beautiful spot to enjoy an evening meal. From the dining room, we enter the guest bedroom. It's a very intimate space. It's really an extension of the dining room with the log walls, the log rafters above, the guest bathroom beyond me, and over on this side is a pair of French doors that enter out onto the deck that wraps around the house. Here in the timber frame great room, we have a massive stone fireplace that features a Rumford style that was popular in the old European countries. Flanking either side of the chimney is a glass gable. On the opposing wall, we have a glass window wall that helps bring the outside light in and fills the space. This is a screened porch right off the great room. With the foyer, the screened porch is actually the transitionary space between two structures. From the screened porch, we come to the open deck. A portion of it's covered. We have the 8x8 timber posts with the knee braces. It's all hewn material. And down beyond here, we have foreshortened the deck at the window wall so we can look down below.
We like best about this house is certainly it is unique and it's a very comforting environment. The timber frame, the logs, the glass, and the stone all sort of come together in one unique type of product. And I know we've had some relatives here recently that had not seen the inside of this house, and several of them said that this is the nicest, most unique, neatest house we've ever seen.
I think it's nice to hear those kinds of compliments. But I think what we enjoy is that it just, since the day we moved in, it's felt like home. And I think that's, the wow factor is nice when people walk in the door and say, wow, what a neat house. That's great. But, you know, it's just home.
Ken and Joe, thanks so much for your hospitality. It's always a pleasure.
Good to see you again, Jan.
Good to see you. Glad you could come.
So am I. Thank you.
I feel that the strongest benefits of the lifestyle is being in a warm, comfortable surrounding. You can have both the efficiency of reduced heating and cooling bills, as well as having the ambiance of a fireplace, hidden staircases, front porches that you can entertain on and actually enjoy. I think that a timber frame and or log presents something to today's society that's very, very comforting. It takes you back and gives you a little bit of both worlds. You can still have the modern conveniences, but also you can have the very comforting aspects of what you strive to go out and find over and over and over again. And it, all of a sudden then it's in your home. You really love it.
And I didn't think it was possible with the way the house was structurally built. And Jan Donelson figured out how to do all that, and we ended up with everything we wanted with the house.
Our experience working with Timberland Design was fantastic. They did everything they said they would do, they delivered on time, and they made our dream come true.
First started getting ready to build a new home, we went to the home show and saw the timber frame and met Jan Donelson at that time, and he drew our plans up and he did such a good job. We decided to go with the timber frame, and it's really worked out, and we've really been pleased with it ever since. I think the most exciting part of the construction of this was the raising of the bench. When they brought a 40-ton crane in and backed it up to the back door. And the bench were all laying on the subfloor, and they hooked onto them and raised them up, and that was the most exciting part.
think the most exciting project, or part of the project with Jan, was sitting down with him listening to what we wanted to achieve by the new living space, and then him actually allowing us to take a walk through it on his computer in 3D format. We tried to pile so much into this space, and for a while there we were wondering if Jan would be able to achieve all the different bathrooms and bedrooms and laundry rooms, and pretty much pulled them all off. So that has to be one of the highlights, that we were able to get everything we wanted.
The most challenging part of the project for me was to actually find an architect / contractor that could kind of fulfill both positions. And Jan was the one that did that for me. He was there every day and completed the job, and we developed a friendship over the quality of the work.
The thing that I really love best about working with Timberland Design and working with Paul Donelson is his attention to detail. He makes excellent suggestions as far as things we didn't think about before. And he's fun to work with. He's very professional. And I would do it again in a second. He's the best.
Isn't it time for you to start living your best life now? From concept to completion, a Timberland designed home from Paul Donelson's signature series can actually change your way of life. I can help you realize your dream. Let me show you what others have already discovered about living the good life. Owning the home of your dreams is within your reach today. I'm Paul Donelson of Timberland Design, and I'll show you how.